This is the 2024 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport. Is this the best bang for the buck trim level? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm at Holmes Honda to give you the particulars to help answer that question phrased in the title of the video. As always, if you want to know more, check out the link to the Holmes Honda website. It's down in the description of the video. And the only thing missing here on the front end as far as lighting goes is fog lights. But with the front end that's this low to the ground, I don't think that's a big deal. You can see by the flickering, which has to do with my camera, it's not really happening, what is LED on this model. LED daytime running lights. We'll also have the LED headlights and LED taillights out back. Collision mitigation braking will be part of Honda Sensing, along with adaptive cruise control, road departure mitigation, and traffic jam assist. A lot of great safety features here. And while the Civic only comes in front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive is not an option, still a great handling vehicle. Let's talk about our tire and wheel size. 235 on the width, a 40 series sidewall wrapped around the gloss black 18-inch wheels. I think those look nice, very sporty. Manually folding side view mirrors, they are power adjustable. And if you're curious about the remote, here is what you have. And you can see what type of transmission this model has based on the fact that it has remote start. If there was a manual transmission, which is available on the Sport and Sport Touring trim levels of the hatchback, the Civic Hatchback for 2024, the last couple of years for this 11th generation, the manual transmission obviously not going to have the remote start feature for obvious reasons. And obviously nice body lines, very sleek look. It works really well in a multitude of ways. Also, the fact that you have additional cargo space beyond the sedan. We'll finish things off here with the LED taillights. The one thing missing back here, in my personal opinion, on the rear end is going to be exhaust outlets. You don't actually have any out here. Tell me what your thoughts are on that. Some people like that, some people don't. Don't know that it's that big of a deal. And for my anti-turbocharger friends, this is a great option for you because it's a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder. It makes 158 horsepower. The torque numbers come in at 138. And because it is not mated to the 6-speed manual transmission, this engine is mated to a CVT. But try it before you knock it. You might actually like it. Or just go with that 6-speed manual and problem solved. For those who might say, I'm not so sure about 158 horsepower being enough. Well, that's understandable. There's always a need for more horsepower no matter what you do, even if you go with the Type R. But the advantage here is the MPGs. We're looking at 29 city, 37 highway, 32 combined, and 3.1 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. Speaking of gas, you have a lockable gas door right here. When the interior is locked, that gas door is also locked. Let me dig the remote out and I'll show you. There we go, we locked that. Now, when you fill up, you have a 12.4 gallon gas tank. Here on the Civic Hatchback Sport trim level, you don't have a power hatch back here, but it is dampened. You just move it just a little bit once you open it, and it takes over and finishes the job for you. And you're looking at 24.5 cubic feet of cargo capacity, quite a bit more than what you have with the Civic sedan that comes in with 14.8 cubic feet. You do have the retractable cargo cover right here that is going to be here. That is a standard feature, so if you're wondering about that, you have that. You also have a cover right here as well, so it will keep everything nice and concealed here in the back area. There's also a spare tire located underneath the floor. Good news, because that means there is no tire repair kit. A little bit of cargo area lighting here on the right-hand side. The exterior color on this model, if you're wondering, is rally red, and it has a black interior. Let's take a look at what your rear seat passengers will find and, well, not find. There's a combination of those things here, obviously. Comfortable armrest and a bottle holder. And other than that, that's about all there is to really talk about back here. You do have seating for 3 people. There are no seat pockets and no air conditioning vents, no USB connectivity. And there's also no cup holders back here. You do have the latch system located underneath here. If you can get this out of the way right here, there is where that's located for those of you who will have little ones in your car seats. And for those who have been patient enough and didn't ask in the comments section what the price is, it's $27,455. That's what you get for watching to this point of the video. And you can see what we have here with our jet black interior. A nice contrast with some of the gray accents that are here that give this model a sporty look. A larger door bin and larger armrest for the front doors. We'll also have our glove box right here. Plenty of space within that area. And we work our way over here to the driver's side door. Your controls for your side view mirrors. You can lock and unlock the doors. You can lock the windows if you want to. And you have power windows, power one touch down, one touch up on the driver's side. And we're gonna have the same thing over there on the passenger side. The rear windows will not be one touch up. In fact, they're not one touch down or up. And we'll also find the ability to change the positioning of the steering wheel by dropping this lever right here. It is tilt and telescopically adjustable. You can obviously control whether or not traction control is on right there. And here is the digital instrument cluster. A nice clean look. It definitely does a nice job. You can go through a lot of different information and settings here depending on what you might want to do. Your steering wheel mounted controls are also here. Here's everything for your adaptive cruise control. And by the way, you can turn adaptive cruise control off if you want to and just use regular cruise control. If you want to go to more of a conventional cruise control, you've got your shifter paddles here as well. And over here on the left-hand side of the steering column, a multitasker, because you can use your blinkers right there and let people around you know what your intentions are when you're driving down the road. That's always useful. And control your headlights right there. Turn headlights and tail lights on, easy to deal with. Here's where you're going to control your front and rear window wipers. Now, in this particular case, yes, that flickering effect is not really happening. It has to do with my camera. This is the 7-inch touchscreen. For those who don't want an overload of technology, not that I feel that any Honda is overloaded with technology, this is a good option opposed to the 9-inch. Both are easy to learn and easy to deal with. You have the multi-view rear view camera, nothing out of the ordinary here, but that's what you have. Nice bright trajectory lines. Single zone climate control. Both seats here in the front seat area for the driver and the passenger are not heated, and they're both manually adjustable, but think price point. A very reasonably priced vehicle to still have several different options as it does. Now here's a USB port and a 12-volt power outlet. Your conventional style shifter, and we also have our drive mode selector. Speaking of driving modes, let's go through those driving modes. There is normal, we're going to have econ, and then we go up to sport mode right there. Those are your driving modes. You can come back here and turn off or on, depending on what your preference is, the auto stop start feature. There's your power parking brake, brake hold mode. If you're not sure what that is, when you turn that feature on, you come to a complete stop. The brakes do not disengage until you touch the gas pedal again. And the center console, the lid doubling as an armrest, plenty of space there. And then if we look within, there's actually a little tray here to help out with increasing space, but you can remove that. You can also move it into this rear area right here. Now you'll notice I haven't said anything about a sunroof because there isn't one here. Obviously that is an available option depending on what trim level you go with. And here is the upper console. You'll also have your rear view mirror. If somebody is driving too closely or their vehicle is at the right height and they're blinding you with their headlights, well, you can flip that lever and you can fix that problem. All right, let's go out on the road for a quick test drive with this Civic Hatchback Sport. And I know a lot of people are going to say you need more than 158 horsepower. And as I said earlier in the video, I can't disagree with that. That's not a bad thing. It's definitely true. The more horsepower you have, the more fun you can have. Well, to a degree at least. But one thing that really makes up the difference for that low horsepower number is the way this Civic handles. When this 11th generation Civic debuted for the 2022 model year, the first thing I noticed as soon as I took it out on the road for my first test drive was how it literally feels as if it's sucking itself down to the road. It feels so well planted. The handling is superb. And that comes because of changes that Honda made to this generation with suspension and with the chassis tuning. So you really have a lot of fun, and it makes it feel like it has more horsepower than it really does. It's a great vehicle for twisty turns, twisty roads, those nice sharp corners. If you're having a stressful day and you have a place where you can go out where there's not anybody around and blow off some steam, having some fun in your vehicle, this is one to do that with, that's for sure. And when you need to get up to speed, it does get up to speed without any trouble. You're not going to have trouble merging into fast-moving traffic on the interstate or passing slower-moving vehicles when you need to do that on a two-lane road when it's safe to do so. So it really is kind of a non-issue. If people are wondering, just get out and drive one for yourself, and I think you'll find out that you'll be in good shape. The ride quality is good. I'm going to leave it at that. It may not be butter smooth, but you know what? I think it's okay. I think I could drive this model for quite a long time on a nice long road trip, and that's one big advantage to the Civic Hatchback. As I mentioned earlier, you have roughly 10 more cubic feet of cargo capacity with the hatchback than you do with the sedan. Both models have similar handling characteristics, but you're also going to find a vehicle that comes in at a great price point, especially for this day and age, because I know there's a lot of vehicles out there that are just outrageously expensive. Under $30,000, you can't beat that. You're going to have great gas mileage. That helps as well. So if you're looking for something that works in those areas, this is definitely something to consider. And let's not forget the fact that you have some good technology here. You've got Honda sensing with your safety features, plenty of airbags within the interior. Hopefully you never need any of those things, but they are here if you do. But at the same time, while you have all that great technology, the good news is that it's not an overload. And that's not the case with any Honda, no matter what the case is. But here, it's just a little bit more minimalized than it would be otherwise. A very well-balanced vehicle, easy to drive, very manageable gas and brake pedal. The handling is just great. You can really sense what the vehicle is doing through the steering wheel without any trouble whatsoever. Just not much that I can say that I don't like here. So tell me what you think about the 2024 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport. Is it the best bang for the buck trim level? It definitely has a lot of features for the price. You're still not over $30,000 and a very nice, fun vehicle to drive. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends here at Holmes Honda for loaning me this Civic Hatchback for the day, and a special thanks to each and every one of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.